The idea is this: to create a franchise and build a whole universe with Ryan as the main character. We're going to devote ourselves completely to the movie, and it'll be great if it leads us to part 2. The Russo brothers. If you thought we were talking about a new Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds in the style of the brilliant Anthony and Joe Russo brothers, and you're already anticipating the real Deadpool without Williams, we have to disappoint you, or delight you. Hi guys, this is the Non-Spiral channel, and today we're going to talk about Greyman. The movie The Greyman is based on the novel of the same name by writer Mark Greaney about a hitman and former CIA operative Saul January 6. The film had its world premiere on July 15, 2022 in Los Angeles. It was released in limited release in some countries around the world. It premiered on Netflix a week later, on July 22nd. The new Ken and the old Captain America, better known as Ryan Gosling as Cute January 6, Chris Evans as Lloyd Hansen, and Anna Celia de Armas as Danny Miranda, known from movies with Daniel Craig, presented the world with a spy thriller Greyman. Former CIA agent Kurt January leaves the service after a conflict with his superiors and becomes an assassin. Using his skills, he easily copes with his work and quickly becomes the most sought-after cute in the world, earning the nickname of the Greyman. His true identity is unknown to anyone but his former colleague Lloyd Hansen, who determined to get him back to the CIA at all costs. This is the official synopsis of a film, which, by the way, is very sparse about the Greyman. They think this movie is perfectly skewed to the 1985 tremendous synopsis with Iron Irony. He's powerful, you can't kill him, you're screwed. Basically, Ryan Lola Gosling gets ordered to kill Matthew McConaughey by a smoker, Callan Francis Malloy, who, in a classic pose for a deathbed speech, spills the truth about the man he works for, Danny Carmack, to him. And chase the plot through the classic James Bond and all sorts of Jason Bourne stages: identity, supremacy, ultimatum, and evolution. At the center of a plot of a Netflix service's most expensive $200 million project is a flash drive that has even been to an extra, it seems. We don't think we need to explain that a flash drive doesn't contain a leaky Black Panther script. This is always data that undermines the credibility of the managerial elite. Here it's the CIA. The brutal Ryan Gosling proves himself ready to play Ghost Rider from Marvel. The nasty Chris Evans looks exactly like Captain America who submits to Hydra. Of course, there are other characters: Jessica Henwick, Susanna Burber, Twilight's Bella's father, Callan Malloy, Dino Carr, but after the first meeting of Blade Runner Ken and Buzz Lightyear's knife other, you forget about the others. The main character refers to himself as number 6, which immediately belies the casting for this role for African American actors. Tolerances are everything. Recruited by the CIA back in 2003, Craig goes in search of answers to the questions on which his life depends. In order to stop one of the CIA's best cadres, the entire assassination squad, led by Captain Henry Cavill's mustache, Chris Evans, is thrown on him. Intention John Wick mode and showing his ups. 6 tries not only to survive, but also to save the innocent girl he has managed to get close to based on his backstory. By the way, that climax in this movie is the attention to the civilians caught up in the showdown of professional killers who don't care about collateral damage. Movies on this kind don't focus on that. Respect. The Greyman, oddly enough, walks around in a grey jacket, all in all that size, and gives away in the style of a man whose dog was recently killed. The fight scenes are filmed in the most incredibly vivid locations and filmed to safely say not badly, but not all of them. Give the director an airplane in the movie and he is bound to, so he can shoot in the air tube with a hammer. Now for the spoiler, get ready. There are few parachutes. It's good that there are not many scenes. Especially the fight scenes with the props, Jackie Chan gives us a kudos. That's the kind of thing we like. The fight choreography also looks impressively rehearsed. In the style of Survivor, but without getting into any of the animals, the hero is sent off his mission through squads of mercenaries who are far from amateurs in their craft. The movie, in our opinion, is steeped in American classic action movies of the 90s. The unkillable hero saves the opposite sex of different ages. You shouldn't expect the special twists and turns in Greyman. It's not that kind of movie. You just have to sing for the main character and admire the antagonists. But some of the scenes or the turn in the main character's camera are shot so pathologically and strongly that you want to add, who are you, warrior? Achilles, son of Peleus. 2 hours of insane adrenaline with classic red breaks to have yourself up and show off your torso in oil. Solving seemingly unsolvable problems leads the hero to the main boss, because for him it's a regular Thursday. So wait for the final fight between the heroes and their stuntmen. It feels like this scene was filmed somewhere in the location from Step Up 3. Now, basically and in a nutshell, the camera work bursts on a quadcopters straight from a warehouse of the movie Red Notice through cameraman Steven Window didn't work here, but he managed to drive in several forsages. Swanky fly thirds and exits for close-ups, someone good with the joysticks. We will not even talk about the director's work. You know who Anthony and Joe Russo are. According to them, it is clear with the God a franchise that is ready to compete with the Pantheon. Well, let's see. Of course, it's not without a cameo by one of the directors, perhaps two, but we've only noticed one so far. As for the script robotics, it feels like the script was written for the screenwriter's enthusiasm for the sum total, but certainly not for the viewer's enthusiasm. That's not to say it's bad, but it would be interesting at some point to be surprised by more than just a subject matter with each 6 fights. The graphics in the film are present, and of course they are noticeable. This is not Christopher Nolan building almost cities for their destruction without special effects. That's surprising as that while watching it, we didn't notice any of the LGBT scenes that Netflix is so fond of. It's strange, but there's a possibility that we'll pay attention to it in the next installment. Yeah, that's pretty clear. A sequel to be, and that can be safely stated even without seeing the film, but we can't say that the fishing rods for a possible sequel haven't been dropped either. Critics' reviews have not been long in coming. Total Film stated, "This sharp spy thriller features plenty of action sequences from solid to great, and a hackneyed plot." The Globe and Mail wrote, "The flat and sluggish action in this film elevates the dull green backdrop in the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies to the level of Mad Max Fury Road." Web publication IGN shared, "Joe and Anthony Russo's spy thriller Greyman, which tries to replicate much better action movies. This is star cast, giving them little reason to show off the action expect for gag scenes. Although it is ultimately watchable, most of the time the film remains visually and emotionally uneven." On the aggregator site Rotten Tomatoes, only 53% of 100 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating 5.6 out of 10. The site's consensus reads, "Greyman is the type of entertaining action movie starred in an all-star cast and filled with remarks from much better movies. But at all, there are as many people as there are opinions. Form your own opinion and feel free to share it with us in the comments. Thank you for attention. Subscribe the channel. Bye.